Hi guys, my name's Bill, and what I want to show you today is how to replace the belt on a Kenmore 90 series dryer. Okay, so what I have here is a stripped down dryer. This is the one I've been using in the other videos for Kenmore Dryer. And I already have it stripped apart. Now if you don't know how to get it to this part, go ahead and visit the description on this video, and I'll put a link to how to break it down. Now there's a couple reasons, obviously, why you'd want to change the belt. And there's a few things you want to check before you replace the belt, and that's going to be your moving parts, and that's going to be these rollers. They should spin pretty freely, and your idler pulley. Now you'll know you'll know the belt's bad if you hit the start button and absolutely nothing happens. Some of these dryers are equipped with a broken belt switch. Now, I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see, right down there. There's a little arm that sticks out. So when the idler pulley falls down, it disconnects the power from the motor and won't allow it to start. So that's one way you'll know if you need a belt. Another one is if it sounds like it's running, you open up the door and the clothes aren't tumbling. That's going to be another reason why you need a new belt. But before you put the new belt on, make sure your rollers and your idler pulleys spin freely, and then we can move on from there. Alright, so the first step in replacing the belt obviously would have been tear it apart. Now when you have the dryer completely apart and you have your new belt, the first step is to put the new belt around the drum and line it up with the wear marks that are already on the drum. Like that. And the next step, of course, is to hold the belt, to go ahead and lift the drum and set the drum on the rear rollers. And once you got it on the rollers, I always take the belt, line it back up, just drop it. Now that means it's going to be laying over top of the pulley and the motor pulley, the idler pulley and the motor pulley. So it'll be right in line where you need to hook it up. Now this is the part where it gets tricky, and I'm only going to show you like this so you can get an idea of what you're going to look like putting the belt on. So you got the drum in, belt's lined up. Now you're going to reach in on one side, find the belt, reach in the other side, and grab the idler pulley. You're going to use basically going to use your right hand to push the idler pulley up and grab it with your left hand. Just remember that. It's going to help you out. But I'm going to show you how to put the belt on with the drum out. Okay, so this is the part that's hard to explain. Now with the drum out, the belt should be laying in there like this if you got it lined up properly. So you're going to reach in with two hands and get the belt underneath the pulleys. Now what you might want to do at this point is reach in with your right hand, push the idler pulley over, and a lot of times I just grab it and hold it. And then you can take this belt around on the idler pulley, and that's what it should look like when you hook it up. Now of course it's a lot easier without the drum in, but that's what it should look like when it's on correctly. Now once you put the belt on and you got the drum in, I always rotate it. Just rotate the drum clockwise so that it can come around the motor pulley and line the belt up. Because if you don't rotate the drum a couple turns after you put the belt on, you hit the start button after you get it all back together, the belt could pop off, and then you have to go through the whole process again, and that wouldn't be very much fun. All right, so let's see what it looks like in real time. Alright, there we go. Now this is what you're going to look like. I'm actually going to put the belt on this time. I may get it the first time or I may not. But at least you get to see what it looks like in real time. Okay, so the belt's hooked up. Now this is where I was talking about rotating the drum. And I don't know if you can see it's kind of coming out of, it'll come off track and then go back on track, and then it's lined up. And then once it stays on the track the whole time after you rotate it, that's good. The belt's on. And now you just have to repeat the process of putting the dryer back together. All right, so there's how you put the belt on a Kenmore dryer. You got to see somebody do it, and I am sure that any of you that have a broken belt and you have any kind of patience whatsoever, you will be able to accomplish this by yourself, I am sure. I had to put my hat on. A little chilly out in the garage. I think it's right now it's 40 degrees, which is actually warm today. Last couple of days it's been 15, 16 degrees outside, a little chilly. And of course I come out here in the garage to start my motorcycle, and I fouled the plug, so I just got done doing that before I did this dryer video. You want to see my motorcycle? That spark plug was fouled out, would not start. Nothing fancy, just it's a Honda Shadow 750. It's my first motorcycle. It was blue with some bluish purple with gray flames. I paint thinnered all the paint and scraped off all the decals and gave it a flat black primer looking paint job, which is, I think it looks cool that way. It's much more appealing to me black than it was purple with gray flames. All right, enough of the motorcycle. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and good luck.